So, today I'm going to discuss a phrase that a lot of men will end up hearing in life, and it has to do with gratitude in general. However, I want to preface this with the fact that I'm speaking about women's gratitude towards men and how women often exploit men, knowing that men care very much about them. And then they will basically throw all the things that those men did for them back in their face. That's specifically what I'm going to be talking about today. And you might wonder, well, aren't men often ungrateful in relationships as well? Don't men sometimes do this too? And the answer to that is absolutely yes. And I'm planning to make an entire video for us men, basically going over, well, don't we sometimes lose our gratitude too? Because there's so much to be grateful for in life. And there's a lot of men out there who maybe they're going to one day come across my videos and I'm going to be able to help them reappreciate the things that they should be grateful for in life and the people as well. But for today, I wanted to talk about one really specific thing that so many men run into, and that is this phenomenon of women just dodging accountability for having led men on and being ungrateful for the things that men do for them. Women will infinitely benefit from men doing things for them because those men have emotional and romantic interest in them. And so that's what men do for women that we love, we protect and provide. This is as natural to a healthy male mind and heart as can be. Many women understand this and reap the rewards of it, but then act like they didn't know they were getting those benefits because he cared about her, and will go on fostering that care for her and harvesting it within him because she's getting those benefits for free. Women know that men are doing these things for them specifically because they like them, and it could be a wide variety of things, helping them with papers in university, could be a hobby, giving them things or buying dinner, going through difficult times with them and helping them through. But because they like getting free stuff and the benefits of attention, validation, and all of those good feelings that come with that, they won't cut them off. They feel no responsibility back or any moral obligation to say, hey, I know you care about me, but you have to stop doing things for me or giving me time and attention because I don't feel the same way. And you're pouring all of yourself into me, and it's going to hurt you in the end. Interestingly, I was in the woman's position once where a very young, effeminate gay man was interested in me. And so for a short time, he kept trying to buy me things and do things for me and insert himself into my life. And I gave very clear instruction, as politely as possible, that I appreciated that, but please do not do anything else or buy anything for me, and direct it all towards someone that will reciprocate that care, because I will just never be able to give you the affection that you wanted since, I'm just not into dudes. It was kind of sad because he was a nice young guy and honestly more effeminate and caring than any women I've met these days. But it was what it was. I didn't string him on, benefiting, and then after a year of him doing things for me, act baffled as to why he's upset that I let him keep giving me things and then cut him off. I recognized that he was doing things for me and giving me time and attention because he really felt a genuine affection for me, and so I recognized the longer it went on, the worse it would hurt him, the more I let him get attached and invest that time and attention into me. That's because, while I'm not a perfect person, I at least know that using people is not good. I know that emotional investment is powerful. I know that it's wrong to turn a blind eye to someone's treatment and continue getting benefits. At no point did I just string this person along, making him think there was going to be something there in order to have him fawning me with attention and stuff, only to turn around and say, well, I never asked you to do any of that for me. Because I understand that with affection comes doing things without having to be asked. Women will play both sides of this because it's to their benefit. They will play dumb and say, Well, you were only doing these things because you wanted to sleep with me, which, of course, is an intentionally reductive, degrading, and insulting justification from her to try not to take accountability for knowingly leading you on. They will reduce you caring about them and showing that you love and care for them through support and acts of service to, and I've seen this directly, putting in nice tokens, quote unquote, in exchange for sex. This is them trying to avoid the reality that they played you, they hurt you, it's their fault, and accountability would be too difficult for them to take because it would mean admitting they did something wrong. They knew you had an emotional investment in them, and so it's easier in their minds to pretend that you were actually doing what they were doing the whole time, which is exploiting someone. But I didn't ask you to do that for me, is what they say, while the whole while they knew that they were continually getting things from someone only because they were enabling their romantic interest. This is why never do this for women who aren't doing things for you. Now, there's an advanced version of this, of course, even in relationships where maybe they are doing some things for you, which is that this statement can come 15 years into a marriage. It can come years into a relationship. It is not reserved just for women leading you on. I know men who paid off their wives thousands of dollars of university debt for their family, broke their back to provide for her kids, and then when she decided to cheat and divorce them for another man, and he said, "How could you do this after everything I've done for you?" She said, "I didn't ask you to do that for me." No matter how deep you are into a relationship, no matter the years of things you've done, this phrase can emerge. And the funny thing is, on the flip side, women will expect things without asking, saying, "I shouldn't have to tell you," or "I shouldn't have to ask." And they'll say, if he wanted to, he would. And then when you do good things for her without asking, she'll diminish the time, care, and attention you put in by dismissing it as, "I didn't ask you to do that." All the things she expected from you, she will throw in your face. This is called being ungrateful and using people. And most women today think nothing of it and feel entitled to men doing things for them because they're so special. They think absolutely nothing of getting rewards and benefits from men on their roster, knowing that those men, or at least a few of their orbiters, really, really like them and care for them. And knowing that it's going to break their hearts to do that to them, they play games with men in doing this, and many of them are very open to admitting that they do. Women are ruthless today because they feel entitled to abuse men emotionally and use men for validation and resources. Because they have basically been told men are evil and want to exploit them, and they also project this from themselves onto men and think that men are like they are, exploitative and ungrateful and using others. They have been hurt sometimes by men in their lives, whether it was an absent or just bad father, a stepfather, a high school boyfriend who cheated on them because, they were young, they picked a bad guy. And they've also been told that they live in a patriarchy designed to keep women down, and men abuse and oppress women all throughout history, and so now it's justified to string along some innocent, well-meaning guy for attention and benefits, and then cut him off when it's convenient. Don't let that be you, man. Don't let that be you. Women view most men as non-human, and if a man is human, it's because she's attracted to him. But then if he's not attracted to her or doesn't validate her, then he is human, but he's evil. And this is how they justify abusing good men in general who they get to care about them. And make no mistake, my friends, women will purposely get you to care about them. They know well how to do this. They are excellent emotional manipulators. They have lots and lots of practice doing this. They will tell you all about their childhood, their bad dad, their bad guys in their past, their emotional state. And they will do this knowing that you are a caring man, and that will get you hooked on, invested in them, trying to save her because you like her and you care about her and you don't want her to be sad and hurt, and you can protect her from that because you're a good man and a protector and a provider. It's built within you. She knows all of this, by the way. You're not the first guy she's told this stuff to, and she's going to tell others too. And you're not the first guy to get hooked on her and emotionally invested because she told it to. She knows that's going to happen. She knows it gets protective men hooked on her. She's not stupid. She's not innocent. And I guarantee you, the more that you do for her, one day she will say to you, I didn't ask you to do that for me. And then she'll be gone.